Hello and welcome. Welcome to learn that how we can change this Ford Mondeo's tire and how we can take this tire out and then install it back. And this is very important thing to learn, because sometimes you need to use like your spare parts, spare tire, and if you have some damage in your original tire like nail or screw, and when your tire is empty you need to change it. Okay, and what kind of tools you need when you start to change tire? First, what you need is jack, and I have here this hydraulic jack, what is really easy and easy to use, and it don't need so much force than this normal car's original small jack, and this is faster to use. And then of course you need tool to open those bolts that are in there, and for that you need 19mm socket, and then it's good that you have that kind of long flange, and you install this socket in there, and what a longer socket, it is more easier to open these bolts, because if you have very short this tool like that length, then it is really difficult to open those bolts. Like example, if I use that kind of size tool, then these are really difficult to open, because this tool's moment and force is so small. But what longer this tool, then it's more easier. Okay, and when you start to open these bolts, first step is that you insert some security rocks or locks behind of this another tire, and there is this rear tire, and I insert that kind of locks. You need to install one in each side of this tire, like this and this. Now they are installed, and why I do that? Because this is like security. Then this, because normally when you jack up this car can move, and these are those support bars that keeps this car in this current position. Okay, and next, when we have made that, then we start to open these bolts. And here was idea that you open these bolts when this car's tire is in ground. You don't have yet lift this tire up, and then it's easy to little bit release these bolts, like in that way. And now I have released all of these, and they are not so tighten anymore. And this is hint that they are then easier to open when this tire is up, and then I need to lift this car up, and there is second hint that you should install this area to only special areas in this car. And let's go to look what I mean. There is this jack's area, and it fits in that kind of area. There is this metallic, there are small symbols in there, and this is the area where you could set up this jack. And I recommend that you read this handbook manual, car's owner's handbook, and there is also, but this is normally the right way to set up this jack, and then you start to lift this jack using first in your hand, and then you control very securely that this goes in here, because this is strong area in this car. If you set up this area in some other, like in here, then you have big damage in your body. And this is now it is quite okay. And then I start to lift this jack using this longer bar. Now this car lifts, and quite soon tire is up. Okay, and now the tire is up. And there is ground, and jack is there. And then we check that there is really ground between there, and we can start to do next step. And next step is to take those bolts away, and it happens so that I rotate these. This way, and then also that one, and I take all of these bolts away, and then please put these bolts in clean place, because these bolts hate sand. I insert my in that kind of box, and then I continue this work. Okay, and now all bolts are away, and then we can insert our hands in here and lift this and pull out this tire, and there is this brake disc. And then when we install this new tire pack, there is idea that you should look one of these bolts in just behind of these tires, and then you set up this tire pack. And this is maybe this when you change this tires, the most difficult part. Now it goes very nicely, and it of course good that you use gloves like this, and you protect your skin, because these tires are dirty, and sometimes you can get those small damage in your skin. Okay, and then we insert those bolts back, and I mean these bolts, and there is idea again that you install these bolts in. You look in here and you can see this bolt, and then you insert. Bolt is just in. I show you what was this idea. There is this bolt. It is just in there inside, and then you need to insert this bolt in directly in that. It goes nicely. And then next one, there is this bolt, and you insert that area in there. This was a little bit thick then, and now this whole part moves, and I take then this next bolt that goes in there, and this is a little bit, you need to same time use your hand and move and then tighten in another bolt one by one, and first using your hand, and only the end part is this when we use this tool. And this okay, now all bolts are there, and then I start to use my tool, and there is idea that you tighten these all bolts lightly in using one hand, and then next one in this upper, and there is idea that in direct side is this the rule. First this, then this, then this, then this, then this, not in that way that this, and why we do so? There's idea that then this wheel, this aluminium wheel is in right balance against this brake disc, that there is no any gaps or other things. Then that was the next. And okay, and then I insert this tool in here, and I continue my tightening. And when this tire is now up, we only tighten these bolts very slightly using our hands, and then again in here. And when we tighten these bolts in that way that it is different location, these bolts moves really nicely. Okay, and now these all bolts are slightly ticked, and then we need to drop this tire back to ground, because there is now this hole, and now I drop this jack. I use this jack tool, and I move this jack. This is the jack, this open bolt. When I move that, then jack goes down. Okay, and then I tighten that, and now when this tire is in ground, I can tighten, do this final tightening, and it happens so that first this, and half rotation, half, and half, and half, and a little bit more of that, and half, and half, and half, and half, and then we need to do this moment tightening. We need moment tool, and we insert their amount what is 140 Newton meters, and I take my moment tool and there is this moment tool. This is a special tool, and there is this scale, and I insert in there 140. This rotation means that I change this moment And moment tool is really good because then we know that these bolts are in right thickness. And then there is 140 Newton meters, and it means about 100 lbf. And then I insert that in here, and when this tool says this click, then it means that this is the right thickness. Okay, this was okay. Next, that was okay. And it means that I already thickened this quite well. Okay, and now this field thickening has been made well, and then we can take this jack out, and our tire replacement is in. Okay, and then I take also that one. Thank you.